Hello everyone, I am 38 weeks pregnant now. Haven't felt any labor symptoms yet. And in this video, I will be sharing with you things that surprised me about pregnancy. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about is how out of breath you get just from talking. That really surprised me. I started getting really out of breath just from talking at about 35 weeks. That's when I felt like the baby grew a bit more, and when that happens and the baby's pushing up against your diaphragm, making it harder to breathe. So don't mind me as I talk through this video. I might be doing a lot of gasping for breath, as if I ran a marathon, but really it's just the fact that I'm later in my pregnancy and it's harder in my body, it's pushing against my diaphragm, and it makes talking very hard without gasping for breath. Another thing that surprised me with pregnancy is that once you start feeling your baby, you pretty much start feeling them every single day. And I don't know about other first-time moms, but to me it was a real big shocker because, our organs, we can't feel our heartbeat, we can't feel our kidneys. So I did not expect to feel my baby move. And that to me was a really nice surprise, and I loved feeling my baby move every single day once I started feeling him move at 20 weeks. And that brings me to my next thing that surprised me about pregnancy. And it might sound pretty obvious, like a no-brainer, but it's that once you know you're pregnant, pregnancy pretty much takes over your whole life, your whole world. You go to sleep and pregnancy is on your mind before you go to sleep. You wake up and it's the first thing on your mind again. It just takes over your whole life. And again, I know that sounds like a no-brainer, but you have to experience it to really understand what I'm trying to say. It's kind of nice when someone reaches out once in a while and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" Because that's the only thing on your mind. There's really nothing else. Crazy things going on in the world, you can easily brush it off and get back to your own reality and just worry about you and your baby. So that's one thing that I learned. If you see a pregnant mama, or if you know someone who's pregnant, I think it's a nice gesture to just say, "Hey, how are you doing? How's pregnancy going?" Just like that, because that's the only thing, like I said, you're thinking about. Nothing else seems to matter in the world but you and your pregnancy and the health of your baby. The next thing that surprised me about pregnancy is when you think about pregnancy, 9 months sounds like a really long time. But honestly, it goes by so fast. Well, until you hit about 35 weeks, but in general, it goes by so fast. I started preparing for things right when I hit second trimester, and that was actually a really good idea, because you still have a lot of energy. And I think my husband thought I was kind of crazy because there was still so much time left. But I took, second trimester, I took that time to research a lot of baby products, and I was changing my baby registry every single day as I did my research. And I'm really glad that I took that time to do that, because now that I'm here at 38 weeks, I don't feel panicked. I feel prepared, I feel ready, I have all the things that I think I need. At least I'm more prepared than I would have been if I wasn't so on top of researching things that I need for my pregnancy and my baby. And now that I'm in my third trimester, I do feel that second trimester is the best time to really prepare for your nursery, for your baby, for postpartum things. It's really the best time because you still have the energy. You don't really feel that pregnant yet, and you're not as tired as you were in first trimester. And then once third trimester hits, you get really tired again because the baby's growing so much. It's taking a lot of your energy. So that's something I highly recommend to do, is definitely don't feel that it's too early to get ready. As soon as you're comfortable, you hit second trimester, start preparing a little bit at a time. That way you're not so overwhelmed once third trimester hits, because it's gonna go by so fast. You're gonna wonder what happened with the time. So this next thing that surprised me about pregnancy is you start getting nipple discharge. And it's like the craziest thing, because if you've never been pregnant, it's just something that never happens, okay? Your boobs just don't leak unless you're pregnant or you're nursing. So being pregnant for the first time is just one of those things where it's like, wow, this is so cool. This is what boobs are made for. Like, I'm just so amazed with the woman's body, and I didn't expect to have that experience yet until after birth. The next thing that really surprised me about pregnancy, and this kind of happened like maybe about middle of my pregnancy, middle of second try to third try, is how hard it is to lay flat on your back, or to sleep on your back, or even just to lay. Like if I'm doing stretches, trying to work out, do some yoga, laying on your back is so hard on your body. Like it makes it so hard to get up. Sometimes my husband will have to help me get up. I mean, I can do it if I slowly try to get up, but it really helps to just have him pull my hand to get up if I'm laying flat on my back. So I don't ever sleep on my back. But sometimes, like, if I want to switch sides, sleep on my left side, and I want to roll over to sleep on my right. Right when I get to the middle, I feel stuck. Like, oh my gosh, can you please push me? So then my husband will have to kind of push me so that I'm switching sides to my right now. It's that hard. Like I'm amazed how much pressure it is on your low back, or your hips, or your pelvic girdle. And so that brings me to my next point is, when you watch live birth videos or even just movies, you always see the woman laying flat on the back, giving birth, right? And now that I think about it, no, that is so much pain and pressure on your back already, and then you're trying to give birth on your back. I plan to give birth laying on my side, because when you're in pain, just laying, I can't imagine just laying flat there while you're giving birth, because naturally when you're in pain, like your stomach's in pain, you kind of want to curdle up, right? And try to relieve that pain. So I just feel that laying on your back to give birth is so unnatural, and so much even more pressure on your low back, unless you're doing epidural and it doesn't make a difference. I don't really know. But as for now, I do not plan to give birth laying on my back, regardless of what I've seen in all the videos and movies, because it's just too much pressure on your back. So those were it. Those were the things that surprised me the most about pregnancy. Let me know if you've experienced those same surprises, or something else that I did not experience, or that you were surprised yourself. I would love to hear it. Please comment below. Thank you for watching this video, and remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you. Bye.